No, it's there.
Okay, well, we can just start by telling you what we were doing.
Please, that beer is mine.
Our idea was
You're
to
not
construct...
pointing the camera at the people that are presenting. This is pointing at his beer across the room.
Well, I want to document that I have my beer there.
Our project was to design two different versions of the same item. One in the physical world and another a sort of digital version of it. So this is the virtual world. This is like the digital Rainstick, and then in Dimple I've made a virtual object. It's the virtual Rainstick. So that makes this guy the analog of the digital Rainstick. Anyways, it's quite complicated. Yeah, so basic. This one. Well, you should describe this one.
Yeah. So what I decided to do was kind of take a traditional Rainstick, which, well, traditionally consists of a long tube, and there's typically cactus spines driven in through the tube, and you fill the tube with some beans, and the purpose of the cactus spines is to slow down the movement of the beans through the tube. So you get a nice slow sound like this. So without any of the circuitry, it's just like a normal Rainstick, except what I decided to do was use piezo sensors. There's 4 in here. There's one here, 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 and here to detect knocks from the beans that are inside. In my case, the beans were actually fishing lure sinkers covered in shrink wrap tube. I have some pictures.
That's what you decided on? Oh.
Yeah, yeah. I also, for some of them, I kind of used some of Averin's scrap silicone and covered some of the fishing lure sinkers in that too. And that worked really well, but I didn't have that many, so I had to kind of use mostly the shrink.
But you were trying to cut the noise, right?
Yeah, because what I really wanted to do was to have this not make so much sound and really have the sound be generated through synth.
You can fix that by just turning the computer up really, really loud.
Yes. So that will be the solution today. So just some pictures of what's inside. These are the fishing lure sinkers and my heat shrink tubing. That's kind of what they look like once they've been shrink wrapped. Open up there.
How many fish did you catch?
About 5. These are 2 of the piezo sensors that are along the axis. They're that's flat ABS, which I shaped such that it would rest nicely inside the half diameter of the tube. Some more pictures of that. There's 2 of them there. This is my analog circuitry with all 4 of my piezo sensors. I do envelope following things to detect peaks, and I also have a 2D accelerometer on there as well to detect orientation in this plane, as well as this axis as well, which you will hear soon enough. And then just some more pictures of the tubing. It's epoxied in there on a half circle. There's my, this is kind of just what it looks like inside. You have working with an Arduino microcontroller, obviously. Duct tape because you have to take down the wires. Yep, and this is the screws going in. I did a kind of a double helix type thing, and it seems to work pretty well. Although maybe some more screws would slow it down a little more.
It's called the DNA stick.
I really need a name. You really need a name for this whole project.
I just gave you one.
Yeah, I know.
Helix stick.
Helix stick. See, you're full of ideas. Helix stick. Why didn't I come to you first?
We need a name that'll stick.
Hellistick.
And so yeah, I spent quite a bit of time trying to plot out where to put these. And, seems to work out pretty good.
Hellender, the Hellender.
It's,
Ooh, that's a nice helix.
Yeah, yeah. They're like in one helix they're spaced 30 degrees apart, and then the other helix is offset by 15 degree shifted. It's all very geometrical and lovely. And so, yeah, I have screws everywhere except where there's piezo sensors, obviously, because I stabbed them. And yeah, that's it. So I guess maybe I should demo now, or should you?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Your audio should be on.
I believe it is.
What did you do for the audio?
Oh yes, the audio. I used SDK, and I used the Meta Shaker object. Under the bamboo setting, I kind of just played around with the synth until I found something that was nice. And so, yeah, maybe I should talk about the mapping as well.
There's no cactus object in it.
Unfortunately, no. So let's get this thing
It sounds a
going.
bit dry, right?
Yeah, I guess we should talk about the mapping too. So the piezo sensors are connected to the energy of the signal, and what I did was designed a kind of leaky integrator, such that when you knock on it, the energy increases, and then it decreases by an amount proportional to the current amplitude. So you kind of get like an exponential decay of the energy, which I thought was pretty nice. The number of objects I linked to the tilts here, like this. So we have a few objects, a lot of objects, and then the resonance of this is mapped to the other acceleration direction. Yeah, I don't have my audio on yet.
He's like turning it up the volume.
You know, I was getting all this noise. He was like, what? It's strange, right?
That's with a lot of objects, and then there's it with a few objects. It's causing some distortion. That's pretty much it for my side. So.
For my bad.